Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at our Monday, November 9th work. In this packet you'll find everything that you need for Monday and Tuesday, but let's take a look at our Monday work for today. So first we're going to read the story, NASA Spacecraft Makes Historic Attempt to Snag Samples of Asteroid Bennu, and then we're going to complete the questions. When we're done with that, we're going to complete the closed syllables page. Then you could do some I Ready, read a book, and our writing for today is interjections and informal speech. So let's begin by taking a look at our story, NASA Spacecraft. Here we go. So we have the title right up here. We have a cool picture. It shows the NASA probe OSIRIS-REx took a sample of material from the asteroid Bennu. Sorry, I said Bennu earlier, Bennu, on October 20th. It's kind of neat. All right, here we go. Bennu is the name of an asteroid. It is a rocky body. It travels around the sun in a fixed path called an orbit. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, is a U.S. government agency. It conducts space research. It sent out a probe called OSIRIS-REx. A probe is a spacecraft that travels through space. It collects information on science. The probe went into deep space. This is the space outside the Earth-Moon system. OSIRIS-REx collected a sample from Bennu. The OSIRIS-REx mission cost $800 million. It launched in September 2016. It arrived at Bennu in December 2018. OSIRIS avoids boulders for samples. Bennu is as wide as 5 football fields. The ground is bumpy, with rocks as large as houses. It was difficult to find flat ground on which they could grab a sample safely. The team chose a small crater or hollow called Nightingale. This site has fresh and fine-grained material. There are hurdles within the crater as well. The spacecraft chose a small area free of big rocks. It is the length of 2 cars. OSIRIS-REx is the size of a 15-passenger van. So it was a difficult operation. It takes more than 18 minutes for commands to travel from Earth to OSIRIS-REx. So the craft performed the operation on its own. It had a sample collecting kit. It is attached to the end of a robotic arm. The probe blasted Bennu's surface with nitrogen gas. This stirred up dirt and rock. The sampling kit collected it. Samples could teach a lot about solar system. They wanted to collect a sample about the weight of a tennis ball. It is possible that OSIRIS-REx could not collect enough. Then they would make another attempt. This would be at a backup site known as Osprey. A third try would be possible too. The probe carries 3 bottles of surface-disturbing nitrogen gas. So that means it has 3 tries to pick up a sample rock from the surface of this meteor. If things work well, OSIRIS-REx will leave Bennu in March 2021. The collected samples will land on Earth in September 2023. There will be a special return capsule or container. Scientists will study the samples. There was an epoch or period when planets were formed. Asteroids are like building blocks. They are left over from that time. So studying them could give us important information. They might tell us about the early days of the solar system. They might tell us about the rise of life on Earth. All right, so let's take a look at our questions. There are only 4 of them today. So here we go. Question number 1. What question is answered in the section Osiris avoids boulders for samples? So what question is answered in that particular section? So let's go back and find that section. That is this section right here that starts on the bottom of this page and goes right through this whole section. So what question was answered from that section? What are some of the problems that they had to solve? How much did it cost? No, I don't remember seeing that. Where is Bennu? The asteroid Bennu? No. Does it talk about when it's going to leave Bennu? No. It talks about, doesn't talk about that, doesn't talk about that, doesn't talk about that, but it does talk about how this thing right here, this NASA probe, has to land in a space that's about 2 car lengths wide. That's it. And this thing is the size of a big, big van. And they don't have very much space, so they have to be very careful. So that's the problem that they had to solve. Plus the best landing place, because most of this asteroid is covered in rocks. All right. Question number 2. Which sentence from the section Samples could teach a lot about the solar system? Right here, this section right here. Which sentence from this section explains why scientists study asteroids? So why do scientists study asteroids? What are they trying to learn? Reread this last little paragraph right here and then check back with me and see if you're right. All right, so if you read through this little bottom paragraph, you're going to find that right here it talks about they might tell us about the early days of the solar system. So if you said D, you are correct. Good job. All right, which event happened first in this article? So what was the first thing that happened? Is it that OSIRIS-REx went into deep space? Did it go into deep space first? Did OSIRIS-REx launch? Did it land on Bennu? Or did it collect samples? So what was the very first thing that would happen? Well, right here it says it sent out a probe called OSIRIS-REx. That means they launched it. So they have to launch it into space before it can get there, right? So it launched first. All right, and then number 4, last question. How did the ground of Bennu affect the mission? Was it too big for the probe to explore? It made it hard to find flat ground. Was it really hard for them to find flat ground so they could land it? It made it hard for the craft to get directions from Earth, or it caused the probe to need to collect more samples. Take a minute and think about it. Why was it so hard for this probe to land on Bennu? If you said B, you are correct. Good job. That's it for this particular thing. Let's watch the next video for the grammar. Thanks.